everyone, and today I thought it would be fun to do a get to know me video. I don't know, I was just bored. But anyways, I got some questions off of the good old Google and I figured we'd just go through and answer them. Let's see how it goes. I think there's like 40 questions. We'll see how many I actually get through. But, all right. How old are you? So I am 24 as of today. This is just before Thanksgiving. But on December 1st, so on Sunday, I will be 25 years old, and I can't believe I'm saying that. I know it's not old, but I feel incredibly old. Yeah, I'm a Sagittarius, and not that that matters. But yeah, where were you born? I was born in Hillsboro, Oregon, which is just outside of Portland, Oregon. It's like a 30-minute drive-ish, give or take. Now with traffic there, it's probably a 2-hour drive. What is your full name? So I'm married, so I have my husband's last name. My full name is Fallon Danica Rediger. I was born Fallon Danica Toombs. Funny story, my whole life, I'm a huge history buff. I don't know why, but I always wanted the initials FDR. I don't know why. And I just always wanted those initials. And when I first found my husband, we met on Tinder for those who don't know. When I first found my husband, I didn't know what his last name was for just a little bit there. And when I found out that his last name was Rediger, I about died. And so did my friends, because everyone knew that I wanted the last name, my last name, to start with an R so my initials could be FDR. And I joked with my husband that that's why I married him, but really I love him. How tall are you? 5'6". Really, I'm like 5'5" and 3/4, but I like to say I'm 5'6" because that makes me feel better. Where do you live now? So I'm not gonna share a specific location. I still live in the Pacific Northwest. I don't live anywhere near Hillsboro, Oregon anymore, but I do live in the Pacific Northwest. Sorry, I'm not gonna share my exact location. I just don't do that. Yeah. Dogs or cats? I keep rocking in this chair. Also, my son is down there watching me right now. If you hear baby noises, that's why. But dogs or cats? Animals, both. I love dogs, I love cats, I love chinchillas, I love everything. I'm not a huge fan of birds. I just am not, I don't know. And then ferrets I love, but they're too stinky for me. But I really do love all animals. I'm just an animal person. If I could, I would definitely have like a zoo, 100%. Did you go to college? I did go to college, but I also dropped out of college my junior year. It is what it is. Your favorite drink? Coca-Cola. Hands down. I try not to drink it. It's really bad, but I love Coca-Cola. I don't know what it is about it. Oh, it's good. I actually, in trying to kick my soda habit, I found Clear American has a black cherry soda can sparkling water, and it has helped me so much in trying to kick my soda habit. Tea or coffee? Both. Again, I have to have a cup of coffee in the morning. I'm just that person, but I try to drink tea throughout the day, and I love tea. I love green tea, I love dessert teas, I love Earl Grey, all tea. I just love tea. And coffee. Life goals. I think my biggest life goals is to have a good marriage and keep a good relationship with my husband, raise good kids. I'm not saying perfect because no one's perfect, but just raise kids who are good at heart. And be happy with my life and what I've done or what I haven't done. Make sure that the choices I'm making are gonna help me have a happy life. Yeah, I mean, there's things like, oh, I want this career, or I want this thing, but while those are like goals, I don't feel like that's what will make me feel accomplished. Raising good kids will make me feel accomplished. Continuing to have a good relationship with my husband and have a good marriage will make me feel accomplished. That's just how I am. Sports you've played. Back in high school, I was a cheerleader. I did dance growing up. I don't know, I did softball once. That's really about it. I grew up doing 4-H and dance mainly, and then cheerleading too. Yeah, single or taken? Married. Obviously, I already talked about my husband, but yeah. What is your idea of a dream date? That's a tough one. I'd have to say April 25th, because it's not too cold, not too hot. It's perfect for a light jacket. Just kidding. I only wanted to answer that question because of that quote. If you know where I got that quote from, comment down below. But my idea of a dream date is just any date with my husband. Really, like we have fun together when we go on dates, so we can make anything fun. How many siblings do you have? I have 2 older sisters, one of which is Teal Piper. I love her so much. That's a whole thing. But I have 2 older sisters and I have 1 older brother. Your most memorable vacation memory. I know, it's worded really weird. Your most memorable vacation, or your most memorable vacation memory? That just seems repetitive. Anyways, I think this isn't a specific like instance, but my entire trip I took with my dad to England, which wasn't a vacation because it was work, but it was his work, but just going around England and seeing all the historical spots and enjoying our time there. That was really a fun vacation for me. And I was in 8th grade, I think. It's around 2008, and I loved that trip with my dad. It was so much fun. Do you have any bad habits? Yes. I have so many bad habits. No. Drinking soda pop, bad habit. Eating unhealthy, bad habit. Procrastinating, bad habit. Not working out as much as I'd like to, bad habit. So many bad habits. What was your dream job as a kid? Acting. Acting. I always wanted to be an actress. I loved it. I loved the idea of becoming someone you weren't and fully becoming that person, living their story and all of that. But yeah, I obviously didn't do that. Biggest fear? Sharks. Sharks are my biggest fear. I hate sharks. I can't watch movies with sharks. Don't show me a picture of a shark. I hate sharks. I mean, I love sharks because like they're here for a reason, and I like them being them out in the ocean, but like they don't need to be by me. I don't need to see them. They're fine on their own. Just let them be, let them live their lives, and let me live my life on land happily away from sharks. Have you ever failed at anything, and what did you learn? Every day. I feel like failure is just a huge part of life. Obviously, I dropped out of college. That's failing. I mean, there's tons of little things, but basically, the biggest thing I've learned is to keep going, try better, try harder, and to really assess what is causing your failures. I think a lot of people really quickly jump to move on, keep going, but it's really important to acknowledge and assess your failure and nitpick it. It's important to nitpick it so that you can learn from it and you can learn what you did wrong and go on. Not just go on, but fix it or try to fix it. Do you have any pets? Yes, I have 2 pets, a dog and a cat. dog named Jax, who I got before I ever even met my husband a long time ago, and then a cat named Zeppelin. What are your pet peeves? I think my biggest pet peeve, which is something I am totally 100% do myself, it's something I'm so guilty of, I think everyone is guilty of it, but you gotta acknowledge it, is when something bad happens in your life that you caused and you choose to blame it on someone else. Obviously bad things happen in life, but when something you caused happens, when you did wrong in your life, and instead of saying, I did that, I'm sorry, I will get better, please forgive me, or whatever, instead of that, you say, oh, it's their problem. Like, I don't know, maybe you get towed, and instead of saying, I shouldn't have parked my car in a no towing zone, you say, it's the tow company's fault. Like, no, you shouldn't have parked your car in a no towing zone. I mean, that's a really bad example, but that was the first that came to my head. Favorite color? Pink. So stereotypical, I know, but I love pink. I also love red or variations between pink and red, maroon, all of that. Favorite values and friends? One would be being trustworthy, and two is someone who is loyal. How do you get along with your family? I don't. No, you can't choose family, right? But yeah, I'm gonna move on. Biggest struggle you have overcome? I don't think this is my biggest struggle, I think, but don't think it's something I've overcome. I think it's something I work on very hard every day. But grieving deaths and things, losses of things in your life, whether it be a person or anything, grieving anything is very difficult for me, and I struggle with it every day, as do many people out there. Grieving isn't something that you overcome, it's something you just go through, and it can be something that will stay with you forever. You can think you're doing fine and then just have one day where it all hits you really hard. So I think one of my biggest struggles has been grieving. Role model, who is your role model? Jesus. What are you happiest with in your life? My husband and my 2 children. Do you have children, and what are their names? I have 2 children, a boy and a girl. My daughter her name is Reveille, and my son's name is Evander. Can you describe yourself in 3 words? I would say shy, pretty sensitive, I guess just one word there, and a learning spirit. I love learning new things and reforming my opinions, reforming my thoughts, and just getting as much knowledge as I can get. What are the most powerful 3 words that have changed your life? It's your choice. It's in mine, not yours. It's my choice. It's my choice. How do you feel right now? Why are some of these questions so deep? Feel okay? Thanks for asking. I'm gonna skip some of these. Favorite moment from childhood? Oh my goodness. I think one of my favorite moments was when I was very young, like, I don't know, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, somewhere in there. We went to Las Vegas for some event. I don't quite remember what, but when we were in the hotel, my dad had asked me what I wanted, and because we were getting food, and I said I wanted a root beer float. And the people of the hotel that we were staying at, again, I don't quite remember, I think it was that one that has like this, the outside, or the inside looks like the outside, you know, where it's like the sky is painted on the roof. I'll put right here what it's named. I'm so blanking on it right now. But the one where it's like you walk inside the hotel and it looks like you're on a street with shops, and trees, I don't know. Anyways, that's irrelevant. The guy who brought up the food brought up this huge thing for root beer floats with all different stuff. And I looked at my dad and I said, I got so excited and I said, it's root beer float heaven. And from then on, anything that was super exciting was root beer float heaven. And I just loved that memory as a child. It just seemed like the most incredible thing, and I'm so thankful that I got memories like that. Biggest regret up until now. My biggest regret up until now was probably once I got to high school and then into college, I didn't spend as much time with my dad, and I didn't want to. And I had a lot of anger in me, I think, and that kept me kind of away from my family, and it made me not spend as much time with my dad as I would have liked to. And I just wish I had spent more time with him. A common misconception about you. I don't know. Should I get out the list? No. I don't know. I'm sure there's 1,000,001 misconceptions about me. Comment down below. Don't actually, because I don't think I want to open up that can of worms. But, I mean, I'm just a person. We're all just people. People think things of each other that aren't true all the time or are a warped point of view about someone. It's just kind of life. And you have to learn to deal with it. So I don't know what the most common misconception about me is. Yeah. But if you think a misconception about me, cool. You can think whatever you want about me. What would you do if you got $1 million? I have thought about this way too many times. I would pay off my student loans and my husband's student loans. Obviously, we're married. Our student loans. We would buy a house and adopt a kid and probably buy another car. Yeah, that's probably what we'd do. And then obviously we donate to charities. I laugh because that's what everyone says, and I would. If you could have one superpower, what would it be? I think if I could have one superpower, it would be teleportation, so that I could go see anyone anytime that I wanted, or go any place in the world anytime that I wanted, like that, not have to travel. Think of the things you could see and experience, the places you could travel to without having to travel, really. And think of the time you could spend with your family. Like, it just, oh. What would be written on your tombstone? Turns out the guy in the ditch was a chick. That's a family joke. I'll try and explain it. It's probably not going to be as funny to you guys, but basically growing up we always had a riddle in our family, and it was, a man walks up to a ditch and he sees a dead body in the ditch. My family's gruesome, guys. He sees someone dead in the ditch, and he says, brothers and sisters, I have none, but that man's father is my father's son. Comment down below if you can figure out who is in the ditch. That being said, we've always joked about, oh, it's the man in the ditch. So my tombstone would say, turns out the man in the ditch was a chick. I don't know, that was the first thing that popped in my head. What song do you listen to if you're sad? What song do I listen to if I'm happy? No, what song do you listen to if you're sad? Either Cherry Wine by Hosier. I really don't know if I said that right, but, or one that I've been going to lately is Lonely by Miley. Oops, sorry. Lonely by Noah Cyrus. If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be? I think it would be my confidence, because the amount of confidence I had now, I've had to work really hard in my life to have, because I don't have confidence. So I just wish, and I mean, now I don't have confidence is what I'm saying, and I've had to work really hard to not have confidence. So I just wish I had more confidence. I would change that about myself. I think I critique myself a little too much sometimes. But yeah, anyways, I hope you liked this video. Comment down below any questions you have that I didn't answer here or anything like that. I'll see you next time. Bye.